Welcome everybody, I'm Papa Snoozy and we are here in the new update 3.56696969, whatever, the big fluid update. And I'm here in my little test world where I've unlocked everything and just can play and mess around with some stuff. And I did play around with the new stuff. Ooh, have you seen that setup there? There's all the pipe thingy and whatnot. And we are going straight into it. I show you everything new in this update. So first of all, as teased in the trailer, in the latest trailer, they added ladders. And where can we find them? Right in the awesome shop. The factory ladder costs 4 coupons. Buy them all. And if we want to build them, I guess organization, here is the ladder. And it costs roughly 2 iron rods per segment. And you can, as I understand, place them everywhere you like. So on the foundation right here, and if you click the left mouse button once, you can drag them. Not holding it, just drag them to about there. Now the question is, can we snap them onto it? Yes. Oh, so cool. So cool. Very nice. And I think we can snap them even on the walls as well. Oh yeah, totally possible. So you can now place ladders everywhere you want, everywhere you like, and hold and drag them. Pretty awesome stuff. Now for the dismantle, you're gonna go dismantle the segment you placed in one step, not just one segment of a ladder. Keep that in mind when you remove stuff. And that's how you climb a ladder, right? It's a ladder. Oh. Now the big question is, for all your exploring stuffies, can you go and place a ladder just on the ground somewhere? Oh, you totally can. Oh, that's going to make exploring way easier. Thank God this is in the game now. So, pretty huge stuff with the ladders there. Pretty huge stuff. Now the second thing is they updated the jump pads. Now instead of 2 jump pads, one for straight up and one angle thingy, they just have one jump pad now. And as you can see, if you try to build one of them, they got now this indicator arrows where you can line up your jump pads where you want to fly at. And that's massive. That's a huge update to the jump pads right here. And as you can see on my little test thingy here, you can even place them on walls now and on ceilings as well. And we go over this in a second. It's pretty fun. Oh my freaking god. I have a pretty huge idea what's going to be my next video, and it's exactly with the jump pads. We are gonna have so much fun. It's gonna be awesome. Now let's see what I built here. And this was so easy and so quick. Oh, you won't imagine. Hey, wasn't that fun? I guess yes. The jump pads make so much fun now. Oh, such a cool idea. Now, to showcase that properly, I have to fly once again. Now, if we remove that jump pad quickly and build a new one right here, you can see from that jump pad over there, the arrow goes right into here. Now what you have to do, placing the next jump pad, line it up in the middle from that incoming arrow there, in the direction you want, of course. Then place it once, and then you can do whatever you want with your mouse and use the mouse wheel to drag and drop that thingy, and you can exactly see where you're gonna land when you drag them back and forth here. Pretty huge stuff. So I lined it up here on that little wing from the spaceship there and exactly landed there, as you could see before. Now if I wanna land somewhere else on my spaceship and can just fiddle around with the mouse wheel, but one thing, if you hold control, you can drag that arrow in lower steps. As you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. If I don't press control, it's just one step there. So 5 more adjustments possible if you're holding down control. Oh. And then you click once more and it's gonna be built. And of course needs some power. Ah, so nice, so nice. And if you stagger them somewhere in a floor, or if you want to go pretty high up, you can do that now. Let's say in a 2x2 segment, you place them all over the walls and whatnot. I think you can go very fast in whatever direction you want. Ah, such a nice update. I'm totally honest with you. I never used the jump pads. It's just they weren't worth it for anything. They consume power and they won't get you any far, especially with the hypertubes we have in the game, but now that changes everything. So now, before we get into the big stuff, into the big feature of this update, just little quick thing. Now grab some power, make a power pole right here, drag a power line as you would normally, and go with your mouse over a wall. It changes the thing into a wall power plug, and that's just, oh my freaking god, such an amazing feature. And you can even place them on ceilings now. How freaking cool is that? I just love it. That's for me the biggest thing in this update. Alongside with the Mk2 pipes, but we come to that in a minute. So you can place the power plugs on ceilings now, and it automatically switches from ground to wall thing. And one other thing, you can now snap them on the sides of foundations as well, not just on the ceiling, on the sides as well. And oh my god, so amazing. The same thing goes with the pipeline wall supports here. As you can see, just placing one. And I guess with the hypertube wall supports as well. Yes, totally possible. Before you couldn't do that. And oh wait, doesn't go on the ceiling. Yes, it goes on the ceiling. How huge is that? How huge is that? Can you remember in my Mega Base playthrough where I did all the pipes on the ceiling on one floor, and oh, that was such a pain to build. Now we can just stack them on the ceiling. How amazing is that? How freaking amazing is that? Wait, does it go with the poles as well? Of course not. They would be upside down, right? Yes, that doesn't work. But the wall mounts, they work totally fine on the side of the foundations. So no need to do this kind of stuff anymore to place something like that on a wall. Ah, awesome. Just awesome. Now to the big thing, ladies and gentle peeps. The new package you're building, the Mk2 pipes, the Mk2 pump, and we get a valve. Before we see them in action, I show you where you can unlock them. So the Mark 1 stuff with the pipes and whatnot you unlock with cold power. The new packager, which I show you in a minute, you unlock in tier 5 under the alternate fluid transport recipe. The valve you unlock under tier 6 in expanded power infrastructure. And the Mk2 pipes and the Mk2 pump you unlock under bauxite refinement in tier 7. So pretty late game stuff. Heavy late game stuff. Now, while we walk over there, let's see what they cost on the logistics. So the Mk2 pipe, they cost 2 motors, 4 alkaline aluminum sheets and 8 plastic. The valve cost 4 rubber and 4 steel beams. And the much needed pipeline Mk2 cost, oh hell, that's expensive. 1 plastic and 1 alkaline aluminum sheet. Oh, that's heavy. So just a quick test here. Mark 2 pipe, and we drag it the maximum length we can go. Like that. It needs 14 alkyd aluminum sheets. That's heavy. That's freaking heavy. Ooh, but they look cool. Yes, Mark 2 pipes. Now, what's the thing with the Mark 2 pipes? Transports up to 600 cubic meters of fluid per minute. That's double the Mark 1 pipes and much needed. Such an awesome update. I love that, especially when I'm going into my nuclear setup pretty soon. Now, to cool one nuclear power plant, you can now, first of all, you can overclock now a nuclear power plant. Before it was not possible. But if you're not overclocking a nuclear power plant, it uses 300 cubic meters of water to cool that thing. That means from your power source to your nuclear power plant, you can drag one pipe and support 2 nuclear reactors. And that's half of the work. Just as simple as it is, it's half of the work. So, Pipeline Mark II. Wow! Now, what does all that new stuff do, ladies and gentlemen? Look at the packager. I made a little setup here. I unpackage water here and package water back there on the other side, and I have a little circuit here going around, and it works pretty awesome. This is the new building, the packager. It fits on just one foundation and doesn't overlap somewhere. That's pretty awesome. So just one foundation needed for these tiny machines, but as I can guess, 4 walls high. So a little bit higher than a constructor, I guess. Yes, but the size is the same. It's just a little bit taller. Now, what does this machine? Well, it packages stuff. So we have all the package and unpackage recipes now here in this building and not in the refinery. Over here, so they removed these recipes from the refinery. And by the way, what is that for a refinery? I'm not using any mod or whatnot. This is the new looks of the refinery. So they remodeled it and it looks nice. I like that. I like that design. It's more like a fluid tank over there and one other there, or maybe some kind of gas thingy or whatnot. And we have more pipes all over this model now. I'm not really sure what that is. It has some warning signs on it and a fixing sign, of course. I think the inputs and outputs are on the same. Yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. I like that new design. It's still huge, And we have to check my big base. I hope my 12,000 water a minute plant is not broken. When I have to rebuild that, I'm going to cry. They said they kept the recipes in for refineries that are already built. But when they removed it, that's gonna be, no, not good, Papa, not good. So yeah, new model for the refinery. Nice. And compared to the packager, the refinery is... Yes, no more packaging stuff in this huge building. We can just now use a packager. And the animation goes like that. It has a little versatile pipe here and a little, I don't freaking know, arm or something like that who's doing the work. Looks funny. Sounds good as well. Now, what does the Mark II pipe and Mark II pump do? Well, we read the description, I guess. So, the Mark II pump can be attached to a pipeline to apply head lift. Maximum head lift 50 meters. So, that's more than double than the pump Mark I. That is only 20 meters. Allows fluid to be transported 50 meters upwards. Has an in and output direction. So, be careful which direction you place them. That's big, that's just big, and I show you why in a minute. And the valve used to limit pipeline flow rates can be attached to a pipeline. Oh, pretty good. Now, what does this mean? Head lift and 50 meters. Well, There's the Mark II pump and there's the Mark I pump. And on my setup here, you can see the maximum head lift of the Mark I pump is about there, and the head lift of the Mark II pump is way up there. It even says, if you click E on the pump, you get now a proper head lift indicator with the meters represented, and maximum for that is 50, so 47.2 is way top there, and it counts from the middle of the pump. And on the Mark I pump, I'm now here at 22 meters. Maximum head lift is 20, so it comes with this little message: head lift is exceeding recommended level. So a little bit too high up with this kind of setup. And now when you compare these two, oh, that's just, if you have to pump liquid way up there, like I did in my mega base, oh, with the Mark II pumps, it's just so much easier. Look at the distance from here to way up there instead of just here. More than double it. Such a nice update. And the biggest thing, ladies and gentlemen, if you try to place them, they have now an indicator with this little pulsey thingies, and they show you which direction it goes. If you turn them, you can see it going downwards or upwards. And they have a little end blue thing around the pipe there, and there's where the maximum head lift is. If I select the Mark II pump, it goes way over that, you can see. And it shows exactly how far it gets. Oh, such a nice thing. And it even shows where some bottlenecks are. I'm not even connected onto this pipe right now, but it shows the indicator there is for my Mark I pump on the right side. So my Mark I pump on the right side just pumps up to this corner there, as you can see on the top of the screen. Such a nice thing. Beautiful, just beautiful. Well done. Now, if you want to place a pump, you can click once and then you can rotate them. That way you don't clip anything you don't like. Pretty nice stuff. And of course we can place them anywhere on the walls we like. Oh, goes it under ceiling? No, it does not. Ah, too bad. Too bad. Now the Mark II pipes. Why? Look great. They have now a maximum flow rate of 600 cubic meters, and as you can see in my little setup here, there's going 300 and there's going 300. It merges in the pipeline cross thingy, so the pipeline cross can provide 600 a minute. So the two 300 lines merge in here. There goes 600 to this pipe. They split off again. 300 goes here, 300 goes downwards, and as you can see, 300 flow rate is here, 300 flow rate is here, and up here is 600 flow rate. That's where the last new thingy comes into place, the valve. The valve does two things. You can now control your flow rate with this little slide thing here, as you can see. Now, if I only want to go let through 300 cubic meters a minute, I can just align this in here, or I type in the number. So 300, press enter, and there you have it. 150, press enter, and there you have it. So we can load balance now machines with fluids, and that's way out of, oh, such a nice thing. And it immediately affects the pipes around. As you can see, if we go under the thingy, under the valve, it has now a flow rate of 150. If we push it back to 600, it goes immediately up if enough pressure's on the pipe. Close to 600, yeah. And here, as you can see, up to 600 just in a matter of a couple seconds. Such a nice thing. Now, that's one thing what the valve does. The other thing is it has a direction, and wherever you place the valve in that direction, the fluids go not backwards there. So my fluid system here is going in this direction. If I place the valve on the other side, you can rotate the valve as well if you like. You can see it, there's the flow rate, but there's now nothing in the pipe because the direction is backwards in that direction there. Yes, cool stuff. One last thing with the packaging stuff, ladies and gentlemen. If you select the packaged water recipe, it makes 300 fluids with total overclocking. So if I'm gonna remove the power shards, we have 120 per packager. Okay, 120 fluids, 120 empty canisters. The packaging water is the half amount. So if I remove the power shards, it's only 60. Okay? Unpackaging water, 120. Packaging water, 60. Keep that in mind when you're building stuff. Okay, just quick in my big build. I'm scared, please. Seems like it's working. Oh, yes. Oh, the animation is cool on the new building. What the hell? Ah, such a nice thing. So this kind of triangle thingy go inwards and outwards. Oh, nice. And sounds cool as well. Yes, it works. So they kept the recipes in the refineries that are already built. Oh, just nice. Thank you so much. That's saving me from rebuilding all of this. Oh. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I hope I covered all of the new fluid update. For me, it's a pretty huge update. That's not really a update 4 thing. It's between update 3 and update 4. They made a pretty huge change to the fluid system, and now we can actually work a little bit better with them, especially when it comes to the nuclear stuff. So I hope I could give you a proper overview over the new stuff. Remember to leave a like and consider subscribing as well if you want to see my big base over here, where there's now nothing in the way for going nuclear as soon as possible. So, thank you everyone for watching. Hope you have a nice day. See you next time. Bye bye.